thing I'd say, if you're feeding and your feed goes this side of your float, like more towards you, that's fine, because that fish has to swim through your line to get to that feed. If you feed past your float, the fish it can take the bait without swimming to your rig. But if you feed this side of your float, it has to come to your float. Like it has to get your float or your hook bait. So it's just it's a waiting game really. So we're just waiting for a carp, a roach, a bream, a gudgeon, and it's all a case of just little and often little food items often. So I'm not feeding big hands of bait, which is a common thing where I've seen it on quite a lot of commercials now, and you'll go and people are feeding hands and hands and hands of bait. You don't need to. Little tiny bits of bait. Like I've got in this tub some maggots mixed with a couple of expander pellet that actually sink, so that's really good. So I can put a couple of them out, because then if I want to fish expander pellet, if I've got a couple of expanders on the spot, I can put an expander out. Plus that noise that comes in when you feed a pellet, so when you feed a pellet, you'll hear the food, right? We're going to put that in there so I don't get hooked by my own rig. So if you take about 6 pellets, right, you'll hear the rattle. So that, as the pellets go in, fish are used to hearing that, especially if they've been brought up from the fish farm. They're used to that sound of pellets. So quite often on a fishery, on a commercial, you can get away with just finding a patch of gravel, leading about, having a quick lead about, finding a patch of gravel and whacking a ledger rig out on that and just loose feeding pellets with a catapult over the top. And you can get away with that, because more often than not, them fish have been brought up on pellets. Like I say, I'm keeping the ground bait going in, very little and often. Like, I'm looking for that instant fizz of attraction going through the water. I don't want to be waiting for the ground bait to be attracting anything in. I want to see that instant fizzing on the surface of that water. And to think I nearly didn't bring the wagglers with me. I was going to fish feeders all day and sit there on a rod pod, because I wanted to test the rod pod. So next time I might not bring the pod with me. I'll bring something to put a rod on, like quiver tipping, and I'll fish a quiver tip, and then I'll have a float rod that I can alternate out and fish my float. I'll just have my float rod and just come and just float fish for the day. I'd be happy to catch one fish on the float. Like literally one fish. Oh, just had a little bob then. I said one fish, but what I secretly mean is 10. So they've moved onto the spot. So So because I've just had that little indication, that little bobbing motion on the float, I've just put a little bit more maggots in. Only a few, only a couple, little smattering, just on top of that rig. Then what I'll do, I'll take maybe 6 pellets again. And it's that sound, that's what they're drawn to, because they're used to being fed these fishery pellets, and they're used to being, when they come off fish farms, they're used to eating these pellets all the time. And when they put the pellets in, they get a shovel, stick it into a barrow full of pellets and just lash it into this lake. So they're used to that sound of going across the water. So they come to it, they're drawn to it. They can't not eat off that noise. There's all sorts you can do. There's all sorts of stuff you can do. I am going to turn into a major float fishing angler though. Because, one, I think it's more versatile than a method feeder. Because the amount of times today where I've wound my feeder in and there's been reeds on the hook, so there's been leaves and there's been bits of, and that's why I've not had a bite, because it's going into where all the snags are. Whereas with a float, you're not facing that issue. So you constantly, the key to float fishing is constantly watching. So I'm watching what that float's doing. Is it moving? Is it sliding away? Is it starting to have a couple of bobs? If it's having a couple of bobs, I feed a little bit more, because there's fish in the swim, there's fish in the area. And if you don't feed, they'll go away. So you have to keep an eye on what's happening. Is it making movement? Is there anything knocking at it? If there's stuff knocking at it, hopefully that's going to slide away in a minute. Come on, I'd love to catch a fish on a float. I mean, never mind the video aspect of it. I'd love to just catch a fish on a float, because I've not done it in so long. And this was my favourite way to fish as a kid. Sit there watching a waggler with a box of maggots. You can't get them as cheap now, but I used to get 3 bags of bread feed for like £3, and that would be feed all day on a float fishing line and a cage feeder rig. That would be food all day for the fish. Just 3 bags of little bread feed and some maggots. So we're having quite a few bobs. Yes! Oh, it's a nice fish. It's a nice fish. So guys, the key to this, right, we've hooked one, but keep that feed. Keep that food going in. What have we hooked? What have we hooked? What is it? I've not seen it yet. What is it? Oh, please be a barbel. I'd love it to be a barbel. It's fighting. I think it's a ghostie. I think it is a ghostie. Right, so we're going to just keep the fish locked in. Like I say, all we're doing is on the other side of the swim, I'm just keeping that fish over here. I'm not horsing him, I'm not playing him too aggressively. Oh, it's a barbel, it's a barbel, it's a barbel. Oh my god, it's a barbel. Oh my god, it's a barbel, it's a barbel, it's a barbel. Oh my god, it's a barbel. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's a barbel. My first fish on a float for ages, and it's a barbel. Yes! Yes! Look at this! Oh my god, it's a barbel. It's a big barbel as well. Oh my god. Right. Let me set you guys up first so I can show this fish. Oh my god, look at this fish. Look at this fish. Honestly, I've been trying to catch one of these all day. Right, I've been trying to catch one all day, and it's a barbel, and it's took a float fished single maggot. Look at this, mate. Oh, no, these are one of the most powerful fish you can probably catch. If you catch them in a river, they're even worse. But look at that. That's a barbel. Oh mate, I'm buzzing. Look at him. He's a good fish as well. Look at that. A float fished maggot. Let's get him back. I'll put the float back out. Bye bye, Mr. Barbel. Guys, oh my god, I'm buzzing. Honest to God, I'm shaking. I'm not excited, I'm shaking. Oh mate, I've wanted to catch one of them all day. Like literally all day. That has been the target fish that I've wanted to catch. I've had feeders on, I've had wafters, I've had sweet corn, I've had bread, I've had meat. Oh no, I've not had meat actually. No, meat's the one thing I've not tried. We got an apple. Oh mate, I am buzzing. I am so buzzing with that. Let me save this because this is a video.